I cannot explain how bad, like how outrageous they feel, how angry they feel now after what happened, because we thought, like, for what we did for the last 15 years, for not participating in this war and to open our doors, to refuge all the people coming from different places in Syria, we thought that will be, I don't want to say like a justification to stay out of this war, but like what happened was a shock, because we didn't call for this war. We didn't need it. We were all the time calling. We need to be like a one state, one respectful state built on one constitution, respect everyone in Syria. None of Druze leader or Druze public figure or political figures were calling, to federalization, or like even like till recent, after what happened in coastal region, some started to call for the international community, to protect people, and not just in Sueda, in Syria.
Right.
Let me be clear here.
Yeah. Ambassador Rader, let me bring you in. Israel intervened, it says, to protect the Druze community, which is a community split on whether or not they wanted support from Israel. Israel attacked Syrian government buildings in Damascus as well. What do you make of the official line from Benjamin Netanyahu as to his intentions? And do you believe that this has made the Druze, and you're an Israeli Druze yourself, feel safer, or has this sadly just unleashed more chaos?
Yeah, well, Becky, I want you to know that the images that we've been seeing in the last 3 days here in Israel, in the Druze community and in the general Israeli public, are images of a Druze genocide, not less than that. We are watching groups of jihadis shouting that they want to convert the Druze, they want to exterminate the heretics, burning holy places, going into the central hospital of Sueda, killing the doctors, the nurses, and the sick people in the hospital. Everybody was slaughtered. This is the kind of images that we are seeing from Israel here. And I want to tell you that if something moved the Israeli conscience for this attack to happen, is the scene of that elder sheikh, Druze sheikh, that was, his mustache was cut. He was 8 years old. And in the Jewish Israeli imagery, this is immediately turned on the Holocaust memories. The first thing that the Nazis did is to cut the beards of Jewish rabbis. So the Israeli response in a great sense wasn't about strategy, about long-term interest. It was emotional. It was seeing the Druze in Israel in agony, hurting, don't know what to do.
Right.
We called on the Israeli government to intervene. They asked al-Shara government to stop immediately these attacks. They did not respond. And so Israel escalated until he understood that Israel will not stop until he calls his forces back to other areas of Syria.
Shadi, you've just heard the ambassador's view there. What are your thoughts on Israel's involvement?
I firmly reject any justification for Israeli intervention, and we condemn Tel Aviv using Sueda as a pretext to expand its ongoing aggression against other parts in Syria. What happened, Israeli bombed some tanks and armored vehicles after, let's say, over 30 hours of all the convoys were going to Sueda. So if Israeli forces were really into protecting Druze, they would bomb these convoys before they arrived to Sueda. But what happened, it's a rule of engagement was forced by Israeli forces after Bashar al-Assad ran away, that it was an official agreement, but it was forced on Ahmed al-Shara state, that there was no heavy vehicle, no tanks, nothing, and they are now escalating to disarm all the south region. So it was not in favor of Druze. Israelis, they're not protecting Druze. They are using this. Israeli, they didn't bomb Syria 2 days ago. They have been bombing Syria for years and years now. And this is just like a use of another political leverage of what happened now in Syria.